welcome in or welcome back to the Monster Meadow. My name is Meadow, and today we are unboxing another older Skullector, the one and only Dracula. So let's go ahead and take a look at this diva inside of her box before we set her free. Alright, here is Dracula's box. We have a picture of her right here, her name, surrounded by some bats. Up top, Mattel. At the bottom, 18 plus, from the makers of Monster High Skullector. On the side, Dracula, Monster High Skullector. Something's loose in here. Hopefully it's just the stand. But yeah. Here's the back. We have a moon up here, a bunch of bats, Dracula doll. It's been a hot minute since I've rolled my R's, so pardon me. I am Dracula. I bid you welcome. I hope that you found the carriage ride comfortable. The driver can be a bit batty. I trust that you kept your coming here a secret. Excellent, excellent. Oh, my cape? This old thing? Paired with these spooky stilettos, the whole look is absolutely to die for. Don't you agree? Please excuse the mess. I think you will find this part of my castle much more inviting for having a bite or two. Oh, listen to the children of the night. What music they make for our special guest. Allow me to pour you a glass of wine. Oh, I never drink wine. You could say I prefer a different type of vein. I mean, vine. Now, drink. I would hate for my meal, forgive me, your meal, to grow cold. And then Monster High Skullector. On the side here, we have a picture of Dracula. Up top, Monster High Skullector. The box is dusty and slightly damaged. I don't think that's from me. That's probably from whoever I got it from. And then on the bottom, barcode HDW24. And then we open. On this side, in the spider web, the spider is spinning his web for the unwary fly. We have the coffin over here under this staircase. On this side, we have a tree and a window, a moon, candelabra. I want to say this is just some kind of altar. And then in the box, we have some little cardboard bats hanging from the top, and it says, I am Dracula, I bid you welcome. We have Dracula showing off her beautiful cape. So yeah, that is Dracula in her box. Now let's go ahead and set this vampire free. Alright, let's go ahead and free Dracula. Gently. Back we go. There we go. Yep, it was the waist clip that was rattling around in there. Looks like the bag that holds the waist clip and the base of the stand wasn't taped shut all the way. Rubber band. So, of course, Dracula comes with a little bat friend. And because of that, we have a fun little attachment for Dracula's stand. The little clip on it are little bat wings. Who else has a stand like this? Obviously Pennywise, of course. I do not have Pennywise at the moment, though. But I do have the Holiday Love Edition ghouls. So this is essentially the same thing as the attachment that holds Holiday Love Cleo's balloon and Holiday Love Drax parasol. And, of course, Pennywise's balloon. But, yeah, this is just for the little bat friend. Very cute. No certificates. This was probably before they started doing it. This was before the Frankenstein. Dracula came first. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and free the count. This is going to take a minute. They do have this red thread. I believe it's holding the cape in place. I wish we got more threads instead of T-ties. You know, rubber bands are nice, but over time they turn yellow. So I think we should be using more threads and ribbons, especially in packaging for collector dolls. But that's just my little rant that I do every now and then. So first to fall out is the little candle that Dracula holds. Looks like it's just some sort of serpent acting as the base or whatever. It's very cute, very detailed. I love it. Our little bat friend fell out. Very cute. Red eyes, big ears, open mouth, little feetsies, and big ol' wings. I'm gonna have to figure out how he goes on this little clip. I think it's around the neck. I believe. I think he clips onto it around the neck. I mean, it's what seems the most right, but I'm gonna have to look it up. So here is the back of the box without Dracula in it. I love the little bats hanging from the top. They're very cute. So let's put this back in here. rubber band, alarm, rubber band. Another rubber band. Huh, Dracula does not have earrings. Another rubber band. 2 rubber bands. The material of Dracula's waistcoat started to turn the tea tie black. I do love the material of the waistcoat and jacket. And Dracula has plastic on her legs around the mid-calf down. I may leave those on just because this material is going to stain the doll's body. I love this velvety velour material. I really do. But when it's black, it stains. So I like that they put some kind of protection, at least on the lower parts of the calves. Because as we saw with that plastic tea tie that was around the waist, the material stains very bad. I don't even want to know what this doll would look like if I were to wait another decade to unbox her. This one was on your index finger. I love how this waistcoat has like an actual button and a little thread hook on it. That is so cute. Like, this is quality. And like the buttons on the shirt aren't printed on. They're like sewn on gems, like rhinestones of some sort. Ugh, I love these. And of course, let's take the rubber bands off the feet so we can open the shoes. Ugh, I love these shoes. These are so good. Such good shoes. It's just so cunt to have a miniature version of yourself in a coffin on the back of your shoes. Like, I can just hear this girl saying, "Why, yes, I am obsessed with myself. Thank you." I like this headdress too. It's very sturdy. Try to give the hair a bit of volume now that it's free from the box after a few years. Use this brush. I still have Skullector Laguna's stuff over here because I'm recording this right after. So I'm using her brush on Dracula to kind of get the box knots out of it. Love. Oh. It's just really sad, honestly. This was what, 2021, 22, maybe, when this was released? What is 2021 Mattel? Is this locked? Yes. 1 second. Okay. I had to grab our most recent caped ghoul, at least at the time of recording this. You get this back on your finger. Sorry, I have my 2011 high school set up right now. And the diaries do not want to stay on the desks. I don't have any dolls in this right now. I just kind of have this stuff out. But familiar face, Skullector. The cape, 1 layer, unlined. The plastic is not even plasticking. The plastic is rubbering. That's what this is. My goodness. Skullector. Compared to Dracula. And like, they can't even say it's a licensing thing. Because, like, Mattel owns Motu. There were no licensing disputes unless they maybe had to pay. Who's making the Motu movie? Is it Warner Brothers? Unless they had to pay Warner Brothers for some random reason, but you'd think Warner Brothers would be paying Mattel. So if anything, they should have had more than enough budget for Skullector. They didn't really have to license anything. Gosh, this stand does not like the waistcoat. Ugh. Trying to get her situated. But yeah, this cape, obviously it feels like 1 layer. The edges aren't hemmed or anything. They're not exactly finished. But the cape is thicker. And it's a 2-sided design. You know, you have plain black and then this silky red with black spider webs. And you have velour. A velour tux. a shirt with sewn on buttons. They're rhinestones. You know, you have a collar, a bow tie, this, whatever you would call it. I don't think it's a brooch. It's some kind of medallion. You know, the heels, there's no paint detailing on the heels, but you can still tell what they're supposed to be. And the plastic accessories are a very good quality. But then you have Skullector. The plastic is flimsy, some of it is rubbery, some of it is straight up rubber. It's, for me personally, very hard to tell what is going on with the object heel part of the shoe. And what does have paint detailing, it's not the best paint job. I mean, this is a 5-year difference. I mean, I know the state of the world is not the greatest, especially here in the US, where Mattel is headquartered. But I don't know, this is just a very striking difference for a mere 5 years. 2021, 2026. And this is by no part the fault of the designers. We need to stop blaming the designers. Okay, these designers have visions, but they don't have the budget. Mattel gives them a set budget, set amount of time, make something with what little we give you. Oh my gosh, these two even have the same hairstyle. They have like a half up ponytail thing going on. I did not even plan that. I just immediately the most recent caped girl. But yeah, we need to stop blaming the designers for the shortcomings of the dolls. You know, what the designers design, even the finalized designs, is not final. You know, we saw recently with the Cree Productions, the designers were absolutely certain that Venus was going to have saran hair. Venus did not have saran hair. They changed it to Polly, likely without telling the designers. That was probably something done in the factories. But yeah. The designers have visions, but they don't always have the resources. So this is by no part the fault of the designers. This is entirely Mattel as a corporate entity. Mattel, the corporation, is the reason why this, just 5 years ago, is likely something we are not going to get in the current day. At least not anymore. But yeah. I just had to put that out there. Again, I do like Skullector. I love the design, I love the concept, but the execution, again, not the designer's fault. The execution, not the greatest. And it's just so striking to see that this and this are a mere 5 years apart. This is one of the most beloved dolls from modern day Monster High. This is the butt of many jokes. We'll just say that. And it just amazes me that this is 5 years. But this video isn't about Skeletor. This video is about Dracula. There we go. So, Dracula. I love the little bat friend, but I'm not entirely sure if this is how he's supposed to go on this clip. So here is Dracula, the little candle, little bat friend. Of course, we need to take a moment for the heels. Because, let me see if I can get one to open. What do you mean? What do you mean? There is a mini Dracula on the back of Dracula's shoes. And I love this material. I really do. I love the detail. Gosh. She's iconic for a reason. And that reason is all of this. I love her. I am low-key excited for the Playline Plus Universal Monsters we're getting later this year. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Mummy. They're not Skullector. They're not supposed to be collector doll quality. They're Playline Plus. Like the Wednesday dolls. They're not $20. They're $40-ish. They're like deluxe Playline. And I am kind of excited. I was a little worried about the very poor quality prototype images we got. But then we saw in-person images, and I'm like, okay, that's cute. But for Dracula's sake, give that diva back her beehive. That beehive just makes the look so much better. Like, we already have a Dracula with a half up. Scrap it. Give that diva back her beehive. But yeah. I love her. I wish she had some kind of earrings. You know, it didn't even have to be cunty bat earrings. It could have just been like pearls or some kind of gold stud. But yeah. The icon. Let's go ahead and give her her moment on the turntable. Alright, here she is, Dracula. There's really not much to say about her. She's just an icon. I think I said everything I wanted to say about just how much the Skullector line has changed in the past 5 years. Just seeing the difference between Dracula and Skeletor. There's a big difference. And I'm not saying that just because Dracula's dark and gothic and Skeletor is bright neon. That's not the case. It's quality. You know? Not every Skullector is going to be dark and gothic and creepy. There's going to be Skullectors that are a little on the brighter side. And that's just because Hollywood has such a wide range of monsters and villains and just creepy characters in general. Not every creepy character is going to be dark and spooky. Some of them are going to be hot pink girly pop, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is with the quality. Just the sheer... Gosh, I really cannot find the words to describe it. It's just... How can something go so downhill so fast? Like, this is not a snowball. This is a straight up avalanche. Like, we're getting G3 Playline dolls with better quality than half of these modern Skullectors. And by modern, I mean within the last year or so. I mean, some of them are amazing. Like, Xenomorph and the more recent Elvira. But most of them just miss the mark. Like Edward and the entire Beetlejuice line. Ugh. I don't know. I just hope that this is just a rough patch and not the beginning of a drought, if y'all know what I'm saying. Like the 2016 doll drought, I hope we're not heading that way. I hope this is just a rough patch caused by the economic state of the world. We'll just say that much. But yeah. I love this doll. I'm so glad to have her in my collection. I want to add Pennywise, but the moment I shill out the money to buy Pennywise from a reseller, they're going to drop a re-release, and that's just my luck with things. So I'm like, do I wait for a re-release that may never come, or do I shill out the nearly $1,000 for a doll and have them re-release it right after? Ugh. If they were to re-release Pennywise, it would probably be like $80-85. Because the Grady twins, their re-release was $100. I think that was like $20 or $30 more than they originally released for. I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't in the community then. But yeah, I like adding the older Skullectors to my collection. Seeing them low-key brings me more joy than the current Skullectors. Just because of the quality and the price that we're having to pay for said quality. Ugh. But yeah. There's Dracula. My camera apparently hates her because it hates focusing on her. But yeah, Dracula. Love. Alright, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm going to wrap this video up and then take a nap before work because I am exhausted. But if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and let me know. If you'd like to see more content between now and my next video, you can check out all of my socials, linked in the description down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to see y'all in my next video. And remember, don't be afraid to be yourself. Bye!